Welcome back to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be making I'm going to be moving all of our services and stuff, and also adding just an industry and service island, on this island, so we can supply our citizens with that stuff. So, what I think I shall do is that I will show you a time lapse of me building that, and then I will explain what I did after. So, I'll see you after time lapse. So as you saw in the time lapse, I obviously made this, but one thing you might notice is that I moved the cargo harbor from over here to where it is now, and I also got rid of both of the mail sorting. Oh. And I will also get rid of these stop signs here. Okay. I might actually just need to put in a roundabout here. We'll see. But, basically, as you saw, I sent this up as I usually do, and I've done in all my other ones, except a little bit more fancy. Only because it isn't just a grid. But how it works is that trucks come from either over there or in the intersection that I just made, and you want to, okay, and then they come down on this road, which ships can go under. Then they go into this toll booth that charges vehicles. You can see the prices down there. I can also adjust that, but we'll keep it as the max. But it's more so just there just for me to make some more money. And also just to make this seem like more of a authorized personnel only, like a gate. And I also added a bus line that goes from the city to here. Well, actually from the university, because most of these, well, actually, well, quite a few of them are asking for services or educated workers. But so once they go into here, since the entrance side is on the right, they're going to make it right. Basically how this is set up. And then just a one-way loop around, and then if you need to drop off or pick up something from the harbor, you just come off there. Then you can go up here and then around and go out. Or if you want to go back in the cycle, you can just keep on going through. I also have this warehouse to store goods, just for a spare supply. But if your factory is along here, then you go along there. But if your factory is either in here or along this kind of mainer strip, and you just keep on going straight, or if it's in here, you go straight too. But for here, it's just garbage, the fire heli, then fire trucks and this, but everybody basically should just turn off here and go here. Unless you're a garbage truck and you're heading down to here, or a cop car from here, which would be quite a bad place to be sold. And then the garbage trucks would drop off their garbage in the waste processing complex. So basically how it works is that this you place in, say, your garbage dump area, and instead of sending out trucks to just get it from here, unlike most of them, which all of them, you need to place down these smaller units that have smaller pollution and noise pollution area effect, but you get to, so you be able to place them closer to your city so they collect right there and increase the efficiency. It's better in bigger cities just because it's very expensive. And when I mean very expensive, it is that much, and also causes a lot of pollution. So yeah, you would really want to put this far. Or, well, you can place these near because they cost, well, they don't cost a ton, but it's quite expensive, but they cause very little pollution, noise pollution. Or you could go with the strategy of just placing them all together and they work. I mean, like you would with all the other ones. Like I do have one here, but that's more so to cover garbage for here. It also just helps out in the city. I did leave the recycling centers here, so in this way they can work with Dean Heights and Bedford Park, and then basically just help out. Then I also have put in the Statue of Industry to basically memorialize this island for being the industrial island for so long. And I moved water treatment over to here, which I have the advanced eco stuff, which causes less pollution, noise pollution. Really, is there even a difference? I don't think so. 16,000. Yep, 16,000. Just this one. Section of this causes less pollution / noise pollution. So, but it does take in more power and it's more expensive, but whatever. So there's that, and then these, if say they get full, which is only if you don't have this, but you can just in turn transfer them to another facility like the recycling centers or really anything. So you could just use these as normal ones. Like the landfills, just you can actually place them near your city. But more so it's used in terms of this. Which this sends out big trucks like these, which, well, go to the garbage buildings to in turn pick up the garbage. And so it can pick it up and then it brings it back to there, which it will process it, or well, wants to store it, but it will also process most of it. And then it will turn very little of it into power, but that's just what ends up happening. So that is always useful, but like as you can see, this truck will go along here, turn on to here, and the race place is right there, as you saw when I showed you. And so it will stop here. Well, currently it's at 0 because the truck probably just went past because it's stupid and sends out so many trucks. But if it did have stuff, then it would pick it up like it was going to. And then it just goes back there to drop off the garbage, or well, this situation just goes back to just go back. And so it kind of just sits there. Which also, by putting the industry area over here, which annoyingly, it causes a lot of traffic. When I mean a lot of traffic, it increased the traffic by a lot. So like this intersection here, since this is the main way to get over to it, it's now super busy. But also these roads are now a lot busier, which they were pretty much like this, but since we did put that over here, the cargo harbor, it's decreased the amount of trucks needing to come in because they can be shipped on a boat, and just trucks can take it around to wherever it needs to go. And so that also decreases it a lot, and that's this. And also I didn't realize that I unlocked this, but it is the Ocean Thermal Energy Conversion Plant, which, as you can see, does a lot of power. It's the best one other than the dam, and then also the monument, but the monument's the monument. But dam is also, not always, this one will always make 274 megawatts. But so, there, that's useful. Then, which leads me to basically the end with this. The reason why I bought this tile and then the road go all the way out to here and then this end here is to give people another way inside of the city. So say if I'm coming along here and I want to go into the city, I can just simply take this, then go on. Then I'll eventually do the same intersection here, just that I haven't quite gotten to. which we could actually do right now, but that will take, but actually, with this one I've tried it before and it actually takes quite a bit, so. But this area, just to bring in more people coming in on this side, I think I will do something with it, which, if you do have something that you might want me to do with this, make sure to leave a comment down below. And also, one thing that I test is, I did this a little while ago, but as you can see, there is, well, this isn't the right tab, there is no oil on this map, only trees, and some farming over there, but that we'll get to in a later episode. But there's no oil. But I found a way to get around that to where I can still produce petroleum and plastics through the industry DLC. All you need to do is basically just place down a warehouse, have it get filled up with oil or whatever material, and then you can just do it like you're normally going to do it, just don't have anything needed to harvesting it. Or, well, actually, you would need to use these to hold for the petroleum and stuff. But, and also, whenever it produces petroleum, it counts as a resource made by the thing. Originally, I thought that was only the, stuff that actually gets you oil or ores or whatever raw material counted towards that, which is not, but basically you play it normally, you just don't use these oil pumps or whatever producing it. So, we'll probably be placing down one oil industry zone, more so for plastics, only because plastics I love more so. But I wish that it was the tier 1 thing that you get, but sadly it's petroleum, only because you can use that in a lot of the higher up factories, unique factories, they use plastic. Toy factory, plastic. The printer press, paper and plastic. The food factory, that's not it. The food factory, plastics. Plastic. But most of the factories are for above level 3 use plastics, I think, like all of them except like 1 or 2. So, it's a pretty crucial material for higher up unique factories. So, comment down below what I should do, but I will probably be doing that, and if I do have plans for what I'm going to do here, but comment down below, and I will probably do what you commented. But, one last thing I do want to get to inside of this is building a ferry route. So what you do is you build a basically like bus route where I need to actually place down roads. So if this is annoying, there we go. Now, just because I know that it will start to complain. Bang. There you go. Then water I will give to you in a minute. There. And so, let me turn my guidelines back on. Now, all we do is that we build this like a road, except it's on water. I can't go on land. And now we can just have it go along. Now, I think I will put a stop in here. So you need to place down one of the ferry piers, or well, this is a ferry stop. Ferry pier has 2 places that ferries can stop in. So it has a higher capacity. Okay. Okay, and then we can just place down some stores along there. Okay. Then stores. Good. Now I did notice that there was a bus stop, and we can just simply. Oh, it's that. Okay, well that will fix itself. But so, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, well we'll fix that in a momentarily. So, where is it? Berries. Aim blind. Okay, bang, bang. Then we can have a power line going along it, and now we'll make a turn like that. Just to in turn, come back along here. Okay, and now we want to get rid of some of this to that. Now we can fix this. There we go. Okay. Well, I might want to lower that. Whatever, I can deal with that once this is done. Okay, and now we just need to rebuild this path, and now just back in the residential mostly. Bang, and then a pop, and it. There. Go. Bang, bang. There we go. Now we can just do that. Right there. That should be the end of that line. And I also placed in this little office park here. Here we go. That's all connected. Okay. Now we can just put in these power lines and we should be golden. Now, on this one. There we go, that should fix that. Now all I need to do is put in a line like a bus. Like I said, super simple, like a bus. You even need to place down depot. There. Okay. Now I will be adding another stop. But that should be good for right now. I'll be placing one right here. Okay. Now that will be the last stop for the ferry. I wanted to follow the shipping line. There we go. Now right into there, and now we shall do that, just in case if they need to get around like that. They won't, but we'll just keep it on because this costs nothing. This literally costs nothing, and I believe, yep, no upkeep. So now we'll just be moving, if it will let me. Come on! Move this stop to right here. Now it goes on there. Ships will pass through where it goes, but whatever. Here. Here. There. And I have the policy on that is prefer ferries. It'll make citizens prefer ferries. Upkeep is to whatever the currency is per ferry in use. So I don't think this will probably have like 3 or 4. Let me check. This has 3. What I think I'll do is 5. Yeah, that should be good. Actually, can we place it? Can I place it in a way that Fireline's gonna stay? Ooh. It's actually better. Then, if it doesn't have a way to connect into it. Yep, the ferries immediately know this is the overall better route to take. And yep, they should swap soon enough. Okay. You're complaining of land value. What's your land value? Okay, you should be good a mundo. Oh, you aren't connected to the line anymore. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Where's our ferry? Okay, that's ferry coming around. Good, we do have a ferry. Let's see how well that turns. Yep, that one looks good. Good. This isn't gonna turn. Okay, I want to see how well this turns. Okay, looks good. Okay. Well, I'll deal with your low land value that you just want to complain because you're annoying about later. So, I hope you enjoyed, and bye!